Bad Range, Jesse Finney. We are the Hit Squad, and we got some breaking news.
Breaking news.
I love it. That's good stuff. Coming up on July 27th, free. Let me reiterate that. Free on Fox. You can see it. You don't have to pay for it. It's going to be a great fight. Bobby Voelker taking on Robbie Lawler.
I just got goosebumps.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I
just got goosebumps.
That is great. And we're actually joined right now by Bobby Voelker. Bobby, thank you for taking some time and talking to us here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Glad to have you. Talk about how excited you are for this fight. It seems like it just came together here in the last moments, but wow, what a fight the fans are in for.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm pumped. You know, I was expecting a fight. I've been training to fight for the August 28th show, and I just got the call, talking about having me fight July 27th against Robbie Lawler on the televised portion of the Fox fights and everything. So it was great news for me to hear, and I'm pumped. I can't wait.
Bobby, did you ever envision yourself fighting Robbie Lawler when he was actually at Strikeforce and when you were at Strikeforce?
Well, no, because I was at 170, he was at 185, so I never really looked at him as being an opponent possibly, but being over in the UFC and him coming over, dropping down to 170, I mean, it sounds great to me. Sounds like a great matchup.
Now, two strikers, of course, Robbie Lawler, known for being heavy-handed, you as well. Talk about what the fight fans are in for.
Chaos.
Chaos. It's
Chaos.
Easy enough to say. One word.
That's all I got to say. I think we're both going to get at it right from the get-go. He's going to come in throwing hard and heavy. I'm coming in throwing hard and heavy, and we both want to get the finish.
Well, Bobby, I've watched you fight on a million times. I've never seen you really in a boring fight. And if you could say if you predict the future, and I know what would you go out and say that this fight was all going to be all about?
What's that?
If you could predict the future, what would you say how this fight's going to shake down?
It's going to shake down to the later rounds, and one of us gassing and one of us getting knocked out.
Well, I've never seen you in bad shape, Bobby, so I can tell you
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Hey, along those exact lines, does it change anything? Here you are gearing up to fight really like a month from now, then boom, all of a sudden you're fighting in 2 weeks.
No, you got to change your mindset around a little bit. But I've already been training hard. I'm ready to go. You just got to get your mind ready a little bit quicker. Because I was slowly getting mentally prepared for this August one, and now it comes up about a month sooner. So I just have to make my mind right a little quicker. That's all.
Now, how did this all shake out? Because I'm looking at the card, and you're not on it yet, obviously, breaking news. So something had to have happened. How did this all shake out, and, when did you get the call, and kind of go through that process?
Honestly, I just got the call not long ago, just today, hour ago, a little earlier this morning, I guess. And they just said, we have an opportunity for you to fight on the July 27th card instead of the August one. And I was like, all right, well, who do you want me to fight, And they told me Robbie Lawler. They said his opponent got injured or something, and I said, well, you don't say no to the UFC and to this kind of opportunity, so I was all for it.
Wow. Well, Bobby, I tell you what, man, we'll all be rooting for you here in St. Louis, and we'll also be rooting for you in Kansas City, but the state of Missouri. Man, I'm looking forward to it. I couldn't be more excited. You're one of the people that I've always, when you always hear Bobby Voelker, you always think, okay, man, it's going to be an exciting fight. And when you see Robbie Lawler, you always think, oh, man, it's another exciting fight. You're one of the people that people buy the pay-per-views for, but the Fox is going to give it to us free. So, man, get out and watch this card. Bobby, have you ever had any other fights like this on 2.5 weeks' notice?
Not since early in my career. So, at this level, no, I've never had one on such short notice. But like I said, I've been training hard, and I'm ready to go. So it's, physical aspect's fine. My mental aspect is right. I know what I need to do and how I need to do it, so I'm ready to go.
A topic Jesse and I have talked about quite a bit on this show has been the fight bonuses. And I know that you fought Patrick Cote, and actually you took a loss in that one. You went home. You had a great fight, though. And I just kind of want you to, talk about how the UFC showed you some respect and said, you know what? The saying goes, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. And obviously, they liked how you played the game.
Yeah, I'm just glad they liked the way I played the game because, I come in and I'm a tough fighter and like to put on exciting shows, and I assume that's what they recognize, so they just figured, hey, why not match Robbie up with Bobby and let them put on another great show. So that's how I feel they look at it, and I'm honored that they look at me as an exciting fighter and someone, a go-to guy. If someone may get injured and bring him in, Bobby will cover our butts, and he's going to put on a great show for us.
Absolutely. We appreciate your time today, Bobby.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming on, Bobby. Appreciate it again.
All right, bye.
I wanted to great for Bobby Voelker. First off, I'm a huge Bobby Voelker fan. He's a class act, and like we said, when he gets in the octagon, it's going to happen. It's going to go down. You're going to see an exciting fight. But this does happen. We were slated actually to talk to someone, and we hope to talk to him again. But it would be rare to be out of the UFC. You're not under contract. Then all of a sudden you get a call. Hey, do you want to fight? Sure, I'll fight. And then it happened to James Krause. He's a Kansas City guy and wasn't even expecting to, I'm sure he is training. But, I mean, if you would have told him, hey, the UFC is going to be calling you and, wanting you to fight, I'd be like, what? And it happened. He gets in there and gets Sam Stout, comes away with a huge payday.
I agree, and let me explain a little bit how that works. Whenever you're on a win streak like a James Krause was, I'm sure he had been in contact. I haven't talked to him. I mean, we're friends, but I haven't really. I'm assuming this is probably how it worked for him. Is the UFC is booked, like their fighters? It's hard to get in. So when you're trying to get in, like on a short notice fight, or you're trying to get in and you're on a win streak like James was, is they say to you, listen, right now we're full. Listen, we're going to call you. We're going to call you on a short notice fight.
Be ready.
Be ready.
Basically.
So, and they're going to give you 2 to 3 weeks notice and say, all right, here you go. Be ready. But, I mean, that's how the short notice this fight works usually. I'm not sure if that happened with James, but we're going to have James on next week.
We will be talking to him.
Here's the thing about Bobby Voelker, man. I mean, with Bobby Voelker and back to Robbie Lawler, imagine about, Bobby Voelker getting this phone call, and how do you say no to the UFC? You're fighting in 4 to 6 weeks. A company that I'm associated with, Elite MMA Management, got the phone call, and they said, are you interested? And Bobby's like, how do I say no? Of course I'm interested.
I think he said, you don't tell the UFC no.
You don't tell the UFC no. You don't tell them no. And at the same time, I mean, he's in great shape. Man, Bobby's always in great shape.
Yeah.
Bobby's in great shape. He always has, his style of fighting, which is always tough, hard-nosed. And I tell you something, with him and Robbie Lawler, you talk about fight of the night bonuses.
Oh, man. Knockout bonus can be, that has that one. Fight of the night and knockout bonus. That has that. I like he said it's going to go to the distance, and one of us is getting knocked out.
Exactly.
And that's he couldn't say it any better, I don't think.
And I think that Robbie Lawler would say the exact same thing.
And it is interesting because they were in the same, in Strikeforce in the same league, but different weight divisions.
Right.
And now it's like the planets aligned, and boy, the fans are really the ones who benefit from this.
Absolutely, and the fans are going to be the ones who end up winning in the end.
Well, we're going to be talking more UFC coming up in our next segment. You're watching The Hit Squad on 101sports.com.